What is up, bandits? Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be assembling this Barbie box Halloween costume. We bought it at a resale shop for like $5 or so, and it was pretty much unused. So here's how you assemble it. We're going to be separating all the pieces. First of all, there's these 3 poles that are kind of like tent poles. They've got an elastic band that's separate or that connects all 3 of them. So we're going to get those assembled. There are 4 total, so we'll get those out. And you need 2 hands to kind of pop them into the coupling to get them all straight and ready. Next, we've got 4 medium-sized poles and 4 kind of shorter poles. And then there's these little tri-coupling pieces, and there's going to be 2 in each corner. So I'm going to be basically assembling the frame first so that you understand how this actually works. And once we put the actual Barbie box on, we're going to do it a little differently, but in the meantime, let me just show you how to do this. So we're going to take the medium-sized poles and the small poles, so 2 of each, and then you're going to need 4 coupling, tri-couplings, I guess what we'll call them, the corner pieces, and we'll put them together like this. The poles should sink all the way into the back part of the coupling, so you'll need 2 hands to make sure that that is fully positioned and seated properly. It's kind of cheap plastic, I'm not going to lie, but that's okay. That's what helps make this affordable, and once you see this thing fully completed, you're going to be, I think, impressed with the integrity of it. We took this thing to a Halloween party, and it went through the ringer. It was pretty wildly successful. Lots of little kids wanted it, taking it on and off, and it got the job done. So here we go. We've got the first bottom part of the base created, and we're going to be doing the same thing for the top now. We'll give you another angle here. So again, use the remaining 2 medium-sized poles and the 2 shorter poles, and use 4 of the coupling pieces. These should be your remaining corner pieces, and assemble the top part of the frame. Make sure they are positioned correctly, and I'll show you what the orientation is in a moment. But this part's pretty simple, I think. There we go. So that's what the top is, and now it's just a matter of connecting the 4 remaining large 3-pole tent pieces, if you will. Those are what we assembled earlier. They have that elastic connecting cord on the inside that keeps them all together, and then it's going to basically sit like this, and then the top piece will go on like this. So I don't actually recommend that you set it up like this first. This is just to show you kind of what the interior frame of this costume will look like. You get the idea, right? Obviously that would be connected. So let's get out the fabric piece. This is the most important piece, I think. And we'll put the bones inside. We're going to start with that top piece. So the top part of the frame that we assembled, and we're going to put it kind of upside down at the very bottom of the fabric bag. Think of it like a bag, right? When we flip the bag up, that's going to be right side up. But right now it's upside down. We're going to put the top part of the frame in, and we should have those little coupler pieces, the corner pieces, the empty one, the one that's not used, pointed up, because see, in my right hand we've got the really long pole. Let me fast forward that for you a little bit because it's a lot of horsing around. We're going to slide that through. There's a little fabric liner or fabric tag, whatever you want to call it, the fabric coupler, if you will. And we're going to slide that all the way down through, and you might need 2 hands to kind of get it through. It's a very tight-fitting piece of fabric coupling on the side, the corner of the bag. And then you attach the coupling to the long pole at the bottom. You'll see what I mean once you get this thing up and running. So with 1 vertical pole installed, we can do the top, or I could call it the bottom, because remember, it's right side or it's upside down. We'll put the bottom frame on just like that, And then that remains this, so that piece is on, and then it just remains, what remains are the 3 long vertical poles. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to slide through each vertical pole through the little fabric coupling on the inside, and you'll need to get creative. Put your hands through the little openings on the side so that you can get the right angle, and you're going to push those in. Again, make sure they are seated all the way. You should feel them kind of pop almost as they seat deeply into the coupling. Okay, so we got 2 of them, and I'll put the other remaining 2 on. So that's kind of what it should look like. And then the last one might be a little, you got to kind of pull the fabric over that corner coupling. It shouldn't tear, it should be a little flexible. And then this pole will actually bend slightly. Be careful, it is cheap plastic. It could break in theory, but just enough to get it up over that coupling and seated into it. And that is basically the box. Now let's get this thing tried on to see how it fits. I think this is an adult size, but it works well for a tall-ish 10-year-old. This is kind of what it looks like. Now, importantly, so the head doesn't fit, or doesn't like rest on the top of it. You need to put your arms through, and the arms through is what will hold it off your head. You can also, there's a little tie on the back you can tie it on, but that wasn't really useful. Again, it was a big hit at our Halloween kids costume party that we went to, and it was surprisingly durable, weirdly. I thought this thing would come, falling down, but there were like 10 kids who all wanted to try it on, and they pummeled. There's like a baby walking up to it, just pummeled it. And that is how you assemble it. Hopefully this has helped you out. Happy Halloween.